Welcome to Tuber Chat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, then you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you everybody for coming in so early. I see that we have quite a few new channels in the chat already, which is great to see. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators that will come through the chat today. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time. Dead Soul Girl Gamer, thank you so much for your gold membership. I really do appreciate that. For that reason, we'll put your channel up next before I start spinning the wheel today. And then as well, from now on, you have a guaranteed feature, including the slides that we see at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And your link will be dropped by Nightbot starting tomorrow, every 30 minutes or so, as we will soon see. So thank you for that. Thank you, Jack Dawson, for a super chat. For that reason, we'll get you up right after Dead Soul Girl Gamer. And Corinne's Life, thank you as well for another super chat. I'm making a little list here, and we'll make sure that we get to everybody in order right before we spin the wheel. Our featured channel for today is Moz6510 Models, and hopefully everybody will rally around this channel and connect with them. As you can see, they have already got over 6,500 subscribers. So you can tell that there's obviously much to be learned from this creator, as much as entertained and inspired by. And they've been a great, generous, and dedicated and loyal supporter to Tuber Chat for some time. You have to pardon me for a second while I fix an audio issue here. And there we go. Hopefully you didn't hear too much of that echoing, but we're good to go now. I will do my introductions in a quick second. I see we've got a very busy beginning. So hopefully everybody's enjoying their Friday. I know for some people it's a holiday today. And Andy Ace Flaw 1, good to see you here. Two Real Geeks, it's great to have you back in the house. Thanks for coming in. Antoinette at Fun, good to have you here. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, thank you for coming back. Fanatic Guide, good to have you here as well. Gareth Lynch, Deserted Placed in Scotland, good to have you here. Greenwell Fishing, I think this is your first time coming to Tuber Chat, so again, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody's here to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. If you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Judalyn Vlog, good to see you here. Kitty Mom Adventures is back in the house. That's Kitty Mom Crochet with a slight name change from last weekend. She's back with us again. My love, Kristen Welton, of course, is in the chat as a member and a moderator. Lottie Explores UK, good to have you here. I think this is your first time too, so hopefully you're feeling welcome. Our featured channel is in the chat, and two of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube, Michael's Adventures and Scratch and Pete PA, are always in the house with us as dedicated moderators. My Life as Shanice, good to see you in here. Papessa Lifestyle, great to have you back. Rock Chick Beauty is with us all the time, as is Sergeant Life. It's always good to have you in the chat. The G family, good to see you here. And Thrill Seeks just walked in the door. Thank you for coming in. I'm just going to do the smallest bit of housekeeping on our Wheel of Doom. And Kitty Mom Adventures. We'll get to spinning the wheel shortly. We've got a small list of channels we're going to get to. So, as you can imagine, I am extremely way behind in the chat, with probably no hope of catching up at this point. If anybody has mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please be patient with me. Mention it again if you don't mind. I'll appreciate your patience. And if you can, leave 3 thumbs up at the beginning of your message, and that might help me see it a little bit easier. Bolton Explorers, good to see you in here. First time for you. Hopefully you're feeling welcome as well. Marie's Paradise, good to have you in the house also. Twisted V Twin Garage. It's good to have you back. And other than that, looks like everybody's already off to the races, meeting new friends and family members, which is good stuff. Hopefully, like I said, everybody's feeling welcome. And if anybody in the house is willing to swap playlists with each other for the purpose of gaining watch hours, you can simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you are willing, then please reach out to them. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. Two Real Geek says, let's have fun tonight. Yes, YouTube should be fun. I hope it is for everybody here. I know it can be a lot of work when you're running your channel, you know, and we're all here to meet people, and there's work involved in that too, but hopefully it will be fun. And then thank you, yes, thank you, Corinne's Life. I noticed we've got a good handful of new creators in the house. Papessa Lifestyle, thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we will get your channel up on the screen before we start spinning the wheel. I've just got a small list that I'm going to run in order here. MMCH's family, good to have you back in the house. And boy, are we ever flying. If anybody needs me to go over what I'm talking about when I mention the idea of swapping playlists with each other, then please just say so in the chat. Mention 3 thumbs up and just ask me what on earth I'm talking about, and I'll be happy to go over it, but I won't waste anybody's time if we're all already doing that. Jewel in the Kitchen, already got you on the wheel. Very good. And then if you have the ability to share the stream out, whether it's on your community tab or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. Of course, it helps bring new people in. It's wonderful for the algorithm, as you can imagine. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream, so I'll appreciate that also. And Purple Tube is in the house. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs, yeah, it's late for you. Yeah, Chi Kosaris, I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. A lot of new channels brand new here today. And Lottie Explores UK, I will go over swapping playlists in a quick second. So we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different people from around the world in different time zones. Of course, Twisted V Twin Garage, thank you so much for your super chat. This is quite an action-packed beginning of the stream we've got going on today. And I'm going to get you to pardon me just for a very quick second. Tally's Empire, good to see you here for the first time. Johnny Bites, good to have you back. Thank you. I'll be right back. Okay, pardon me for that. We are doing well. Again, our feature channel for today, Mo 6510 Models. This is a channel that's been with Tuber Chat again and again for a long time. Their feature today is probably long overdue. They share generosity through the chat. They have impact on the community. And as you can see, like I said, with 6,500 subscribers, they are doing just fantastically. So hopefully everybody will connect with this channel if you haven't already, because like I keep saying, there's much to be learned from this creator as well as entertained by and inspired by. So Willow's Kitchen, good to have you back in the house. Thank you for coming in. I thought you'd been here before, so forgive me for that. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe today is your first time. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then thank you so much, Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs. I have a feeling it might have, because we have got a good handful of brand new channels. I will go over swapping playlists in the chat in a quick second. Blood Dragoon, good to have you back. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully we're doing okay already. I have got House of X Entertainment in the house as well. So we've got them on the wheel. And we are, my goodness, are we ever just rolling today. Greenwell Fishing, thank you so much for the super chat and thank you for the kind words. It's my pleasure to be here. I hope everybody gets the value out of their time here that I wish for. And then again, I will get into swap and playlists in a quick second. So most of you already know, but some of you may not, but one of the things that I do is run channels for other people, but I learn from creators of all sizes every single day, and my wish here is for us all to share our information here in the chat so that we can all make better decisions for our channels, myself included. I strive to improve constantly with all the channels that I run. And so don't be shy to ask something if you think I can answer it for you. And the first channel that we're looking at after our feature channel Mo 6510 models today is Dead Soul Girl Gamer, who's a brand new connection for Tuber Chat and has come in blazing with generosity and is now a gold member. So like I keep saying, we will see a feature from them every single day now based on those slides that you see at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream, as well as their link will be added by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so starting tomorrow, as we will see. So because this is a new connection, I do not watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. So what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos, and I promise I am going to talk about swap and playlists in another few moments here. I'm going to take this 13-minute video and add it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I will watch your video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I will give you a thumbs up, of course. Subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators. And then hopefully that will make our connection stick. And then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well, so you don't miss any of our further live streams. Hopefully you've got the notification bell on. We are always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. So we're going to look at Jack Dawson next, and thank you Dead Soul Girl Gamer one more time for your membership. When I look for Jack Dawson, I have to type in Jack Dawson MLB The Show, and that helps me find this channel a little bit easier. It's based on one of the video games that Jack Dawson plays on their channel. I'm lucky I managed to catch them usually at least a couple of times a week on some live streams, and there's a lot going on in these. Casey the Stylist, thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for your super chat as well. For that reason, we'll get you up just after the rest of our super chatters here, before I start spinning the wheel again. And then Call Wampus, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not welcoming you earlier. Protect Sports, good to see you here. And hopefully everybody's feeling welcome. Today we have a lot of dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. JetLife777's in the house. Janetti's Corner, thank you for coming in. I certainly hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat, but boy, are we ever flying today. And Chef BC Cherry Bliss VSC, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And House of X Entertainment says, let's grow, let's grow, let's grow. Yes, absolutely, let's do that. Jack Dawson is an incredible commentator. In his live streams, he plays a variety of different video games based on the day and time of the live stream. And then as well, he's able to commentate for everybody in the chat and keep up with what's going on in the conversation. So it's really something to see and something I hope everybody will witness when you connect with Jack Dawson. I didn't mean to spin the wheel, but we'll leave it as it is now. So Thrill Seeks will be the first channel that we look at after our super chatters here, and I'm going to try to get through these. Diana Brienne Fairchild, thank you for coming back in. Holly's Hobby House, sorry, I did see you sneak in, but I don't think I welcomed you. Thank you for coming in. Let's get Corinne's Life up here. She's always here as a member and a moderator. She happens to be a silver member, so she gets that guaranteed feature as well with those slides we see at the beginning, middle, and end of every stream. But she's an extremely generous creator, fully monetized, of course, and she allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. And as well, she's got a couple more channels already running, including Makeup with Corinne, which I'm just going to show you right now. Protect Sports, thank you so much for your super chat. I'm just going to get you onto our list as well. So forgive me, a lot of times what we do is anytime there's a membership or a super chat, it's not that we do anything more or less for people who are involved in super chats and memberships, because not everybody can. I don't intend to ever hold any information back or anything that we do. The only thing that we do is let them skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen faster. That's it. But once we get through our list, we'll get back to spinning the wheel. Thrill Seeks will be the first channel that we look at. Once again, this is Makeup with Corinne. She's our stream boss right now based on her super chat, as a matter of fact. So thank you so much for that. With 61 subscribers, she's climbing towards the first 100. When I talk about swapping playlists, what I mean is a simple arrangement that you can make with another creator. You're going to run a playlist of their videos. They're going to run a playlist of yours. And if you make a playlist containing all of your videos, you can imagine that if you get a lot of other creators to run that playlist for you, your watch hours are really going to start to stack up. So it's really that simple. You don't have to sit and watch every single second of every single video that is in the playlist. You're just obligated to run it. And so for that reason, you can run it when you work, when you sleep, when you go out, when you're eating, in another window on a browser or on another device or something like that. But the real reason why I push it so hard here is because when you swap playlists with somebody like that, you're trading favors with another creator. And that's a great way to get a friendship started. And this is where the real strong and solid foundation for your channel comes from. When you have true friends on YouTube that are coming back to watch your videos, give you meaningful comments, give you likes, hang out in your live streams, watch your premieres, and all the other things we need as growing YouTubers. So that's the reason why I push it. Forgive me for racing through the speech on swapping playlists today. I'll probably talk about it a couple of more times. If you're interested in doing that and you haven't done it yet, I'm willing to do it with everybody. It's still a benefit to monetize channels, of course, because you get ads to run and this and that. Anybody can reach out to me anytime for any reason. It's all one word, Tuber Chat on Instagram. So, thank you everybody for these super chats. I really do appreciate it. Jack Dawson again, Corinne's Life, Papessa Lifestyle. I appreciate that. For that reason, we've got your channel up now before we start spinning the wheel. And hopefully everybody is otherwise doing okay. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's Carla. She's another generous creator who allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Hopefully I haven't missed putting any members on the wheel. But I'm sure I will clean that up. If you see me make a mistake, then just please don't be afraid to give me a quick nudge and let me know. Sam's Vlogs Trains more often has to do that, and luckily we get everything caught up. But other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Please forgive me if I have missed anything in the chat, like a question or a comment you wanted specifically for me to see. Just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. It might help me see it a little bit easier. So hopefully everybody will connect with Papessa Lifestyle. She's got 1,400 subscribers, got it nice and locked in with about 1,410 or so, but hopefully we can push her a little bit farther to 1,420 or something like that and get her moving a little bit closer to the 1,500 that she's thinking about. And then Be Yourself with Jane, great to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Clay Meir, always good to see you. St. Clair's Republic, good to have you here. Spotless Cam, thanks for coming in. And I certainly hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I really don't mean to, but we are really flying today. And forgive me because I tend to fall behind. Phase Yoda Phase King's in the house, good to see you here. And do you have to have the 4,000 watch hours a year after monetized? Purple Tube, so I know that's a concern, and I have not yet heard of a channel getting demonetized for slipping below the hours, but the fact is, when you get your 4,000 hours of watch time through the last 365 days, you are probably going to be in a position where maintaining that is not going to be difficult at all. So it's not as much of a concern as a lot of times we think it is, as long as you're still consistent. If you're putting out at least one quality piece of content every single week, that's enough to keep your channel growing organically, and then we do these extra things like swapping playlists and stuff like that. Not so much for the watch hours, but really for the friendships that are built so that our channels can have a strong and solid foundation. Twisted V Twin Garage, thank you again for your super chat as well. For that reason, we've got you up before we start spinning the wheel again. This is another channel that's back with Tuber Chat again and again with 2,550 or so subscribers. They're already halfway on the road towards 2,600, but I'm hoping everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. Like I said, they've been to Tuber Chat many times before. They're a very familiar face around here. If you haven't connected with them, I hope that you will. You can see that they're also doing the feature channels collaboration. I talk about this all the time. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels hopefully feature your channel on their front page, they are saying to the YouTube algorithm and to their audience that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audiences and on the YouTube algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. And if you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page, please make sure that I know so that I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. Greenwell Fishing is coming up next. Thank you for your super chat as well. And Lenise TV, thank you for yours. And thank you for reminding everybody to give a thumbs up for the live. I really do appreciate that. Thumbs up really does help the stream. I hope everybody's always giving each other thumbs up when you're out there supporting each other. But it's great for the algorithm, and of course it helps, so I'll appreciate any thumbs up if you haven't already given them. Hopefully I've welcomed everybody in the chat. Princess Beyond Passions, I think I saw you come in a little bit earlier. Phasio to Phase King, yes, good to see you back. Thank you for coming in. Andy from Ace Flaw 1 is still hanging out. Rock Chick Beauty, hopefully I recognized your super chat earlier. I did see it, so I put you on the wheel right away. We're gonna, or not on the wheel, on my list. We're gonna get to your channel in a minute. Greenwell Fishing is a new connection for Tuber Chat, and like I said earlier, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so what I'm going to do to make sure our connection sticks is take one of your latest videos. I usually look for something around 10 minutes if I can find one, and I'll take this 15-minute one here. I've added it into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list, I'll watch your video in full, I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of your video. I'll give you a thumbs up, of course, I'll subscribe, turn your notification bell on as I do for all creators, and then hopefully that will make our connection stick, and hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat as well and you have our notification bell on so you don't miss our further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And thank you one more time for your super chat. Thank you Casey the Stylist as well. We're going to look at this channel right now. There's another creator that's been back with us again and again with 285 subscribers. She's doing just fine. I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther towards the 300 she's thinking about. Fanatic Guide, it's rare. I haven't heard of it yet. So as you can imagine, I do get, enough messages and conversations throughout the week from creators, even when Tuber Chat's not here, and I have not yet heard of a channel being demonetized for slipping below the 4,000 hours. But like I said, once you get there, you're doing so well that it's not difficult to maintain. And for most people, by the time you get 4,000, you're already almost at 5,000. It's just the way the momentum works. So I don't want anybody to be concerned about that. 345 Barry, good to see you here. And Sparkles Hope Chest, I hope I welcomed you, but thank you for coming in as well. Emotion is here. Thank you for coming in. And oh my, do we have a very busy beginning today. So Casey the Stylist, hopefully everybody will connect with this channel, and like I said, we can push them a little bit farther, closer to the 300 subscribers that they're looking for. One of the things I just want to mention very clearly, just because we have so many brand new channels to Tuber Chat today, if you've not been here before and this is your first time, please take a moment to read the video description if you haven't already. It's very important these days that everybody follows the full procedure for connecting with each other, because what's been happening since September is YouTube is known sometimes to purge a lot of anything it thinks are invalid or inactive connections, and we don't want anybody losing subscribers. That can happen if you're not watching videos that are long enough, or if you are not leaving comments that are meaningful enough, and things like this. So if you don't mind, just take that moment to read that video description. You'll get introduced to our full procedure, make sure everybody's on the same page, and then we're all good to go. Thank you one more time, Casey the Stylist. Protect Sports Network is coming up. That's another creator that's got a couple of channels, including ALOT, which we see all the time. and they've been recently featured, actually, just this year, both channels. So that shows you the kind of creator behind these channels, and the reason why I think everybody should connect with them. I always have a good time hanging out with them. ProTech Sports Network is now monetized. And so, you know, we can see that this race towards the first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time is working, even though it's not quite as easy as it was last year. Clay Meir, thank you so much for another super chat. I really do appreciate that. Let's get you onto my list. We will make sure we look at your channel in a few minutes after a couple of others right before I start spinning the wheel again. Anybody that's willing to swap playlists, just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists in the chat. Everybody's free to make those arrangements independently and individually. So if anybody has... you know, if you see somebody say that and you're willing to do that, please don't be shy. As long as everybody makes those arrangements individually, that's all I ask, then everybody's free to make them, of course, independently, whether it's here on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any other social network, whatever you find comfortable for connecting. And then, Clay Meir, thank you so much for the kind words. I really do appreciate that. Greenwell Fishing, thank you for the kind words as well. And then hopefully everybody's doing okay. Yeah, I might be able to spin at some point. This is the busiest beginning for things like this, Super Chats. I really do appreciate it. I don't like to put a lot of focus on it because while I really appreciate the support, of course, as you can imagine, you know, it's not necessary. And we don't do anything differently for people who super chat or get memberships because not everybody can. I'm not going to hold any information back. We're not going to change a procedure or anything like that. It's just that what we will do is let you skip the line and get onto the wheel or the screen a little bit faster, but everybody in the chat has the ability to get onto the wheel and onto the screen, same thing. I'm just going to show you ALOT quickly because this is the second channel from ProTech Sports Network. Let me get through my channel filter and see if it'll come up easier. Here it is right here. And this is the second channel from ProTech Sports Network, so I hope everybody will rally around this channel as well and get them moving towards the first 200 that they're thinking about right now. The Moon Goddess Oracle, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to, as long as everybody is... still active. I should get around to everybody. If you have mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see and I missed it, just please be patient with me. We're very, very busy today. And if you don't mind, mention it again. I'll appreciate your patience. Just put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and that should help me see it a little bit easier. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, I haven't put your channel on the wheel yet, but I will. And we will get to spinning the wheel after just another couple of channels. This is Rock Chick Beauty. This is Oriane Lucy, and she has been with Tuber Chat as a dear friend for quite some time now. She's a generous creator. As you can see, she does the featured channels collaboration. I know she's willing to swap playlists, and she allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat. Holly's Hobby House, I hope I welcomed you earlier. I did see you come in. And Bonnie Got Knits and More, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing okay. And Michael's Adventures, thanks for sending us a new friend as well. I appreciate that. Okay, pardon me, I'm just looking at something to make sure I'm not falling too far behind outside as well. Okay, so Rock Chick Beauty, this is Oriane Lucy, and she recently had to start over. She had to, she lost her other channel, unfortunately, and was required to start a brand new channel. So I hope everybody will rally around her. She's got 153 subscribers right now, but we can certainly push her a little bit farther, maybe even towards 160 or so. She's already halfway on the road to 200, but we'd love to push her a little bit faster and a little bit farther. JetLife777, I'm so sorry I didn't get your channel onto the wheel yet, but let's get that on there. And we will be ready to start spinning in a moment. Lenise TV, thank you for your super chat as well. For that reason, we're looking at your channel next, and we're almost ready to spin the wheel. Mr. Fulton Mraz, good to see you in here. That's another extremely generous creator who always shares for us. Hopefully you're feeling well. Oh, you're going for a trip to Tennessee. That's interesting. Very cool. Yeah, I hope you do a stream and film some video and everything else. Mr. Fulton Mraz always shares for us and has been with Tuber Chat from the beginning. Many months, almost a year now. Lenise TV has got the 1,000 subscribers, and it looks like you've got it locked in with 1,010 or so, but I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther as well, maybe even to 1,020 or so, get them moving on the road towards the first 1,100 that they're thinking about. One more time, forgive me, I don't want to harp on it, but I just want to mention it's very important these days now more than ever. While we're connecting with each other here in the chat, it's more important than ever that we support each other in every way that we possibly can. And what I mean by that is going farther, taking the extra step, going the extra mile to make sure that we're supporting people the way we wish we would be supported, and to make sure that we're giving the algorithm a real look into the fact that we want to be connected to these creators. We don't want anybody losing subscribers after the weekend, and I certainly hope that doesn't happen. As long as everybody's watching videos that are at least 3 minutes in length, leaving comments that are meaningful and related to the content of the video, giving thumbs up always, subscribing and turning the notification bell on for all creators, then you should be good to go. You can always do a little bit more than I'm even suggesting, and that will lock it in even farther. Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More is in the house. I was just hanging out with them for a quick moment on their live stream earlier. And then Claymere, one more time, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you, Lenise TV. We're going to look at Claymere right now, and then I think we're going to get to spinning the wheel, but I did accidentally spin already. So Thrill Seeks is going to be the first channel coming up off the wheel today, and hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. Thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, you're feeling better, which is great. Hopefully you got the rest you needed this week. Claymere with 1,660 or so subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, maybe even to 1,670, and a little bit farther towards the 1,700 that we know that they are thinking about. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message, and hopefully it will help me see it a little bit easier. Other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. We are really doing great today as far as being extremely busy in our beginning. Claymere's fully monetized, so she's got membership set up over there as well. Hopefully you can head over there and support this channel. There's obviously many ways to do that. Let's St. Clair's Republic. Hopefully I welcomed you when you came in, and we're going to look at Thrill Seeks, because David was the first channel that came off the wheel. And I'm just going to pull you off the wheel now. I accidentally spun earlier, right when we got into looking at a bunch of channels. If there's anything that I've missed, I certainly don't mean to. If anybody wants to give me a quick nudge and let me know, please don't be shy. I would rather make the mistake of doing something twice than not doing it, and I certainly don't want to leave anybody out. Liking a YouTuber's linked social media also helps push, and it shows the people support you more to YouTube as well, but has to be clicked on channel. That makes sense, yes. So one of the things, forgive me, I'm just going to elaborate on that. Northern Mustangs is in the house. Thank you for coming in. Good to see you here. Traces of Twan's Life, good to have you in the house as well. So, and Sweet Escape, good to see you here. One of the things that I don't mention enough, and it's very, very important, is there's a magical thing that you can do. It's the #1 thing you can do for the algorithm, right? When we talk about watch time and things like that, you know, going outside and bringing somebody in. Most people are already connected to YouTube, but they may not be watching right this second. So if you put a post on another social media network or anywhere else, like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, TikTok, Pinterest, Snapchat, all the others, there's a million of them out there now. If you get somebody to go from that network, click on your link and come into YouTube and start watching, it's called starting a session. And it is unbelievably magical for the algorithm. You'll notice that ever since the beginning, Tuber Chat has put out a post on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Reddit every single day since we started. And that's because I know how powerful it can be to start a session. So to elaborate on what Two Real Geeks is saying, yes, if you connect with people on other social networks and make sure you've got a lot of clicking and coming back and forth and this and that, you know, we have a Facebook page, we got a Facebook group, we've got an Instagram, we've got Twitter, and there's a place on Reddit for all of us to post our videos. Anybody can post your videos there, and that can really help, because if somebody does that first, clicks your link and gets in here, then that can really work magic for the algorithm for you. Thrill Seeks has 880 subscribers, so we're getting them a little bit closer to the 900 they're thinking about. Dirt Diggers UK, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. Also, sharing is one of the most important things. And there you go. Yes, more shares equals more impressions. That makes sense. Two Real Geeks, thank you for that. Yes, so on that note, if anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab if you have one, or Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I'll appreciate that greatly. And if you haven't already given a thumbs up, those really do help the stream. I'll appreciate those as well. Hashez Firelord, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And thank you, Sweet Escape, for the share. I really do appreciate that. You have a Reddit. Well, I was confused. We mentioned them. Oh, I wonder what you mean, the Moon Goddess Oracle, and forgive me for being confused about that. But we have a subreddit called Tuber Chat. So if you go on Reddit and you just go like reddit.com/r/tuberchat, for those of you who are versed in how Reddit works, we have a forum just for ourselves. So anybody can post there. It's public, of course, right? But I made it so that everybody can share. You could share your own stuff. You could share other people's stuff, not just videos. Now you can determine whether a video is a live stream or a simple video, or we've got announcements on there like milestones, or if you just want to promote your channel and things like that. And you can ask for help there. You can find people to collaborate with. Reddit can be great for that. So we're going to look at Just Vlogging Life. We are now into spinning the wheel. Just Vlogging Life has been a extremely generous and supportive creator for Tuber Chat for quite some time. And forgive me, Northern Mustangs, I almost missed your question there. I'm going to try to find it here. I just saw something fly by. I think another... Oh, Life with Adrienne XO. Thank you for coming in. When using hashtags, do you use spaces in multi-word hashtags or no? Absolutely not. No, hashtags are always one word. It doesn't make a difference, capitals and small letters. Some people use capitals. Even I do it occasionally to help you read it better. But it really doesn't... I don't believe that it makes any difference on any of the social networks. But hashtags are always one word each. But you do have to put a hashtag, or sorry, a space in between each hashtag. So hopefully that answers your question. Let me know if I need to elaborate or if I didn't quite understand. And then, yes, Johnny Bites, you're right. We all have to keep commenting and liking each other's videos to keep each other as family members. Yes, absolutely. So one of the things that, I don't talk enough about as well is we're here to connect with each other. But what we can do to keep the algorithm at bay is continue to watch each other's videos. Now, that's not always going to work. YouTube's got its own glitches and things like that. Twice now we've seen my girlfriend, who I've been living with for 5 years, twice now has woken up one day not to be subscribed to Tuber Chat or my own channel. She is a member and a moderator on both. So that's ridiculous, right? So it's not always anybody's fault if somebody loses a subscriber, but I just have to keep harping on the idea we have to do as much as we possibly can for each other. Whatever you hear me suggest here, consider doing even more. This is Just Vlogging Life with 500 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther. They are gold members, so they get that guaranteed feature that I keep talking about every day, including the slides at the beginning, middle, and end of every live stream. And their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we will soon Zone C. This is Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, and she's been a loyal and dedicated and generous supporter to Tuber Chat for quite some time now, getting very, very close to 300 subscribers. So she only needs a few more. If everybody here in the chat connected with this channel right now, we know that we would get her so far above 300, she'd have it locked in and definitely wouldn't slip below. She's got a lot of familiar faces down here on her subscription list, so you know that she's family with a lot of our family as well. And then, yeah, Michael's Adventures lost a couple. Even Tuber Chat did. I think we lost 4 or 5 this week. I wasn't really watching the numbers so diligently. But it happens all the time, right? So the other thing, too, is to think about this. The connections that stick are the most loyal and dedicated ones. Right? So, you know, it still is terrible what YouTube does and, you know, when people disappear and this and that. But if somebody connects with you and they were never going to come back and watch another video ever or leave you a comment or give you a like or anything at all, then it's not really much of a loss if they do not connect, because we all want channels with a strong, solid foundation, right? Also, the bigger your house is, the more YouTube recommend to your creators. After you reach 10K, it becomes easier. Yes, I believe anybody can have 10,000 subscribers if they want to. Almost everybody can, right? And the truth is, once you hit 10,000, if you're doing all the things involving consistency to get there solidly and with a strong foundation, then you couldn't stop the channel if you wanted to. And, you know, we use the term the rich get richer. And unfortunately, you know, that seems to be the case in a lot of things in life. The good news is that it gets easier, right? But here, with so many people willing to support each other and give each other a boost, you can imagine how much easier it is for us now, even if it doesn't feel that way, than it was when these kind of things didn't exist just 2 years ago. Tuber Chat's not even a year old yet, right? And there's lots of other growth streams. There's probably hundreds of them, but they didn't exist more than 2 years ago. So it's something to think about. And then Classy Cookery, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And hopefully everybody's doing okay. Eugene RC Drezgalovo. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Eugene RC Drezgalovo. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Yeah, I hope I'm pronouncing that right for you. But hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here in the house. Everybody's willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat. And if you take your time, meet people one by one, and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you will find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So right before, I was watching Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More on a live stream before setting up for Tuber Chat. I was watching Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder, who happens to also be a member and has just walked in the door. So it's good to see you here. Shorts are fun to make. Yes, Greenwell Fishing, they can be. If it's something that fits the theme of your channel and you have some good ideas, then it can be a great addition, that's for sure. Crystal Renee, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Yes, absolutely, Johnny Bites. Absolutely, you're right. It does take time and effort. If you want a solid and strong foundation, and most of us are here for monetization, right? Let's be honest about it. I want you to maximize your monetization when you get there, right? So if you race and speed, what will happen is it's very possible that when you do get monetized, you won't be making as much money as you could have, at least not right out of the gate. And what I wish for everybody is to get what they want out of YouTube. I don't think it's that difficult when you consider the fact that we've got a support system like this around us to help. You know, I know we're all impatient. We wish we could get there faster and get farther faster, of course, right? Myself included. But you will get there. You know, success on YouTube is almost guaranteed. If you just put out one quality piece of content every single week and never stop, that's enough to get your channel moving with consistency. And then not stop, and you'll have organic growth, of course. Chef BC, Cherry Bliss VSC, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that. You know, they're also a member, and I appreciate that also, but I also appreciate the kind words. Is there a way on multiple devices to properly increase watch hours? Any tips? Northern Mustang. So when you mention multiple devices, it makes me wonder if you're running your own playlist. So I really don't want to ever encourage anybody to do that. We have heard a lot of channels lately, a lot, getting demonetized for what they call invalid traffic clicks. Now, there's a lot of ways that that can happen, between the robots that people can buy, the fake views, friends clicking on things for each other that they shouldn't be, and stuff like that. It is very clearly laid out that you're not allowed to do a lot of different activities that would be considered cutting corners. So the only thing that I would recommend, if somebody's talking about multiple devices, without putting too much thought behind it as you're asking the question right now, is that you can swap playlists with other people, run their playlists on your separate device. So like, for instance, I have the phone that I use every day for my work and everything else, and then I have an older TuberChat phone, which I don't really use for very much, but it is logged into all the social media accounts and this and that. So I can use something like that to run playlists, not to tie up my main device, if that's what you mean. But I wouldn't get into running any of your own stuff, because that can be detrimental. And it's one thing to have a demonetized channel and not get that back. That's frustrating and upsetting for everybody. But if you get kicked out of AdSense, that's a real headache, because you're apparently banned for life. And to try to get another AdSense account, I don't even know how to do it, because you gotta have, I don't know if it's driver's licenses and bank accounts and different names and everything else. So I wouldn't even want to attempt that. That featured video has taken about a month to save. I wonder what you mean, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Forgive me, maybe I'm not catching what you're saying. I know if you have a lot of live streams on your channel and you're expecting to download them, they can be quite large, and it can take a lot of time to download a video. I don't know if that's what you mean. And forgive me if there's anything that I haven't clarified. You know, I dance around a lot. I, tend to race through my speeches. I don't mean to do that. Typical Gaming, good to see you here. Oh, you changed your name, Typical Gaming, but I've seen you many times this week out in other people's live streams and stuff like that. I don't remember what... Forgive me, I don't remember what you changed it from now, because I've seen you so many times with Typical Gaming. But it's good to have you here in the chat, so thank you for that. Antoinette at Fun is another loyal and dedicated supporter, a generous creator, and we're going to have a look at this channel. Now, we don't know how many subscribers they have right this second, but that's okay. We just want to push them a little bit farther towards the next milestone that they're looking towards. Oh, the journey to 1K video. Oh, you mean Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Did you mean that it took a while to make? I wonder if that's what you meant. I'll have to have a look at it. I haven't seen it yet. I'll make sure that I do. Before I move on to the next channel, I will go back and make sure that I save that into my watch later list, just so I can see it. Red Hot Reactions. There are a lot of familiar faces here in TuberChat, but there is actually a larger number of channels here for the first time than usual. We usually have about 20% of the channels that come through a TuberChat live stream are here for the first time. Anywhere from 20 to 30%, usually more closer to 20. But today is a big day for having new introductions here, which is great. And like I keep saying, we're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones, and it seems to be working out just fine. So Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Let me get this video and save it to my watch later list. The Adventures of Andrew and Ree is coming up next. Where on earth did you go? Oh, did I click the wrong thing? The Adventures of Andrew and Ree happen to be members with TuberChat. They've got 3,600 subscribers, so they're doing just fantastically. They've actually got it nice and locked in, of course. Okay, thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. Yeah, forgive me, I might not be catching everything just because we're moving so fast. And then, yeah, Northern Mustangs, today is quite busy, which is great. Miss Brown's family, good to see you here. The second channel from Cooking with Miss Brown. Good to have you in the house. And then Typical Gaming is close to a milestone. Very, very good. Hopefully you're reaching out, meeting new creators, and then therefore you'll get to that milestone no problem. Baskets is in the house. That's our friend from Baskets Resale. Baskets, that channel has thousands of subscribers, so there's obviously much to be learned from that creator. Same as the adventures of Andrew and Ree here, as well as being entertained and inspired on their channels. So hopefully King Vapes Gaming, I see. Okay, yes, I should have known that. I should have remembered that. It's just without putting too much thought behind it today. But yes, I have seen you at Typical Gaming for several days now for sure. But good to have you back in the chat either way. And then yeah, very good, Spotless Com. I'm glad that you can get some value out of the time that you spend here. You know, like I keep saying, half of my full-time job is running YouTube channels for other people. But I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. You know, I've been on YouTube for, I think it's going on 5 years. It's 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, right? And the biggest channel that I manage now is well over 12,000 subscribers. But, you know, all the channels are growing. But like I said, I enjoy learning from creators of all sizes, and it doesn't have to be questions. It can be comments, things that are shared, like Two Real Geeks shared a couple of things today. Many people here in the chat share things all the time. My wish is for us all to share our knowledge so that we can all get better and make better decisions, myself included. I always want to improve. Let's spin and see what's coming up next. Hopefully I haven't missed anything in the chat. If anybody's mentioned a question or a comment that you meant for me to see, just please mention it again. Put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. I'll appreciate your patience, and hopefully that will help me catch it a little bit easier the next time around. Soon I will need names for the wheel. When I do, I'll go over to my list and we'll bring some names in out of the chat and hopefully get a look at some brand new channels here in the Tuber Chat community today. Oh, Spotless Com, your friend runs your channel. Very good. Very, very cool. You know, one of the things that I can mention as well is, you know, if there's things you enjoy doing here on YouTube, if you are the kind of person who wants to get paid to do that kind of work, you absolutely can, right? You're always going to find people who don't like something or don't like something else, whether it's making banners, thumbnails, doing the SEO, working on the tags, writing descriptions, filming videos, editing videos, making intros, all kinds of, there's lots and lots and lots of work out there that people can get paid for. So it's possible to monetize your YouTube journey before even monetizing your channel. Okay, thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I'll have a look in a second. Radical Productions, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And then hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. One more time for anybody that's brand new. I don't know what you mean, Red Hot Reactions. And then other than that, hopefully everybody's doing okay. Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder actually has 2 channels. I'm going to show you the other one right now. Kid Wonder's Gaming and Live Stream. So this is a creator who has been with Tuber Chat from the very beginning. As a matter of fact, Kid Wonder's Life of Wonder was featured on episode number 2 of Tuber Chat. We are on episode number 181 today. So that shows you how long they've been with us. They do the featured channels collaboration that I talk about all the time. When you feature channels on your front page like this, you're saying to the YouTube algorithm and to your audience that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you in return, they are saying to their audience and the YouTube algorithm that your channel is worthy of being featured by them. So you can imagine the impact that that has both on your audience and on the algorithm. So I recommend it for anybody that's willing to do it. If you have featured Tuber Chat on your front page, just please make sure that I know so I can return the favor, because I absolutely do that. And then Be Yourself with Jane. How long before a live stream should you start advertising it? So my advice is as early as you can, because it builds momentum, right? So if you notice, Tuber Chat's live streams are usually advertised or promoted, or whatever you want to call it, many days in advance. Now, I try to have them done before Monday's live stream for the next weekend. So some of them are 3 days in advance, some are 4. You know, hopefully this weekend I'll get episode number 200 scheduled, and that'll be about 4 weeks in advance. So you can do that. You could change your mind, of course, and this and that. But as early as you can is when I would suggest, if you know especially that you're not going to change your mind about the content and stuff like that. Because you can add a lot of work to yourself if you have to, you know, post a live stream and then delete it and repost it and delete it and repost it. Or change thumbnails a bunch of times, stuff like that. Dana Curvy Queen, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. Oh, that's okay. Call of Duty going on as well. Very good. Red Hot Reactions. Oh, COD. That's what you meant. Call of Duty. I should have known. See, I don't play Call of Duty, so I missed that, even though I should know. COD by these days pretty much means Call of Duty. But that's cool. And there you go. Yes, JetLife. If you have a JetLife 777, if you have a passion for YouTube, you'll be successful in time. I believe that. I believe every creator that wants to can have 10,000 subscribers. When we talk about 100, the only reason why I say that that's questionable is because it can take years. And we don't know what the state of YouTube or the world is going to be like in 2 or 3 years from now. As we've seen, if you'd asked us all in 2019 where we'd be in 2020, it was a very different looking year than we could have predicted. But, you know, and that relates to everything, including your YouTube channel. But 10,000, I think anybody can have. Absolutely. Just by putting out one piece of quality content per week. And it's not up to me to decide what quality is. It's up to you. And if you can do that and just simply learn and improve along the way in your own ways, you will gain organic growth. And by the time you hit 10,000 subscribers, as long as you keep going, you won't be able to stop the channel, even if you wanted to. Cash on delivery as well. Yes, it used to be when Toys R Us was just a magazine article and not a toy store. It was. I used to order lots of COD stuff. I used to order toys, G.I. Joes and things like that. It's a long time ago from now, but yeah, I do remember that. Okay, thank you, Johnny Bites. Good to have you here. Life with Adrienne XO is hungry. Somebody's got to send Life with Adrienne XO some pizza. And let's spin the wheel. Emotion is a music channel. This is an extremely generous and loyal and dedicated supporter. They've been with us for quite some time now. And, you know, lots of people have great things to say about Emotion's channel, not to mention the creator behind the channel. And so I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. With 338 subscribers, they're getting really close to 340, and they will soon be halfway on the road towards 400. So I'm hoping we can push them and get them there. Life Through Our Eyes 303 is in the house. This is another long time supporter of Tuber Chat. This is Carla. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do in Tuber Chat. And she's actually doing a lot of work with shorts lately, which I see you've got one here that with 900 views, which is great. Another with 740. So you're doing fantastically with those. Carla is fully monetized on Life Through Our Eyes 303. So there's a lot of ways to support that channel, but I hope you'll connect with her. She's been with Tuber Chat for months and months and months now. So with 1,330 or so subscribers, she's getting moving on the road towards 1,400. It won't take long, but I'm hoping we can push her a little bit farther. TC Unleashed, Unleash You. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And yeah, it looks like everybody's doing okay, meeting new friends and family members. Hopefully everybody, you know, we have a few new channels that came through the chat today. For those new channels that are still here, you're here for the first time, I hope that you've read the video description to describe how everything works here. But if you have questions about the silly things we say in the chat, like leaving packages, visiting each other's house, people needing bananas and baking cookies and all this other stuff, then I'll be happy to answer those questions. It really just means the same thing. Somebody has been to your channel, watched a full video, left you a meaningful, genuine comment, given a thumbs up, subscribe, turn your notification bell on, hopefully, and now they're waiting for you to do the same thing. But we use a lot of silly language to talk about that stuff because we don't want to encourage people to simply subscribe to each other's channels. We're here for much more than that. We're here to meet creators and get relationships started. Friendships and family members is absolutely what we're after here. Northern Mustangs, yes, happy Easter. Happy Easter to everybody who's celebrating that. Today is Good Friday for a lot of people, so hopefully everybody's enjoying that as well. Yes, and how do you advertise it? Spotless.com. What we're talking about is like putting a video out, our live stream, before it's ready to go. So for instance, I'll just show you on the Tuber Chat front page before we spin the wheel again. You'll notice that tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday's live stream are already ready, here to go. Sorry, already here and ready to go. So each one is going to be 2 hours earlier than the day before, but the times are already scheduled. And I do that so that everybody can look here and prepare if they need to. Now, my hope is everybody's got the notification bell on anyway, so you don't miss them. But you can at any time look at the Tuber Chat front page and see what time the live streams are coming up in the next few days so that you can plan if you need to. Right? If you want to make sure that you're here, you can rearrange your schedule or your day and stuff like that, or you'll know in advance if you have to miss one. So that's the reason I do it, but it can really help, right? Because you get a little bit of promotion happening early, and there's always something to look forward to on your channel. So I recommend it if you think it's suitable for you, and I think for most people it probably is. One of the things I try to do while we're here, I don't want to ever tell somebody what they should or should not do with their channel. I try not to do that. I do share, what I would consider advice and ideas and things like that. But the idea is really just to share our information, add what I mentioned to what you already know and what you're going to continue to learn, because there's a lot of information out there. Some good, some bad, some mediocre, and this and that. And, you have to make the right decisions for your own channels. I'm hoping that I can just help in that way. House of X Entertainment Inc. is another loyal and dedicated supporter. They have been members with Tuber Chat for a long time. But, yo, it's your boy Leo and It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, who are both down here in their featured channel section, are the creators behind this channel. This is a joint business venture between the two of them. They're already on the road towards 400 subscribers. And they've been with Tuber Chat from the very, very beginning. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. Crystal Renee's willing to swap playlists, of course. Oh, forgive me. I might have missed a couple of channels. And forgive me if I haven't clarified anything. The community tab, Northern Mustangs. So Two Real Geeks mentioned it earlier. Junk Bin, sorry, we don't do any self-promotion here. So our moderator knocked your message out, but here, everybody's here to help each other. So if you want to just read our video description, you'll get an idea of how things work. And if you want to just watch for a minute before even participating in the chat, that's fine too. It's up to you. And you'll see how everybody helps each other here. That's what we're here for. So the community tab, for instance, so it works almost like a Twitter feed. Very, very easy to share something. As a matter of fact, here's what we'll do. Let's pick a video. Here, we'll take this video here. So I'm just going to copy the link address from this video. I actually don't even have to do that. If I want to share something right now, this is one of the greatest things you could do for creators, right? We all wish people would share our videos, so you want to share as many as you can. Now, you got to decide for yourself what to do with your community tab. Tuber Chat shares about 6 times a day, right? We do one post for ourselves on the days that we live stream, and then we promote creators from within our community all the time. You could just click this share button, click create post, and then I'm just going to say check out this interview video from our friends. Oh, it's not going to work. If somebody has over 1,000 subscribers, but not like 1 million, you won't be able to tag somebody with 1 million, right? But you can tag people within your ballpark. So somebody who has like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, like if I wanted to put It's Me Wanston, Yes Honey, and let me put an and symbol in here, not that it matters, but just for proper punctuation here. And yo, it's your boy Leo. I could do that. That will tag them, and then I just click post, right? Now you can schedule these if you do it from your community tab, but now I'm just going to go to our community tab and show you what happened. And I'll show you some scheduled posts that I've already got ready to go as well. So on my community tab, you're going to see the post that I just shared for House of X Entertainment Inc. And there's the links to the 2 channels for the creators. You can't link to a channel under 1,000 subscribers. So that's the thought there, right? And we've got lots. You see that I you know, there's our post right there, but we share for other people and they just love it, right? You get notifications about this and people love when you share. And then you can schedule posts as well. So if you do it from here on the community tab and you click over here, you can schedule the post and it lets you pick a day and time and all that. So I won't spend too much more time on that. I just wanted to show it to you quickly. So hopefully that helps. If you still have more questions, just go ahead and ask and I will try to keep my eyes open for that. If there's anything I've missed in the chat, I don't mean to. If you don't mind mentioning it again, just put 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. Hopefully it will help me see it a little bit easier. We've got Corinne's Life here almost ready to go. Forgive me, I'm trying to catch up in the chat and I've got a frozen window. Let's look at Corinne's Life. I got to take a break soon, so I will in another couple of minutes here. Makeup Mom and Son, thank you for coming in. It's always good to see you here. That's another extremely generous creator. I am way behind in the chat, so just please, everybody, forgive me again if I've missed anything that you've asked or mentioned. Just please mention it again. 3 thumbs up will help me possibly see it a little bit easier. Oh, how do you do it? You have a live going on now and wish it was advertised. I wonder if I can show you that easily. Let me think about how I can show that, and we'll do that after the break. I'm going to take a break right after we look at Corinne's Life here. Corinne's Life is always in the chat as a member and a moderator. She's got 1,170 subscribers. Actually, we looked at this channel earlier because she gave a super chat, of course. Sorry for that. Anyway, hopefully we can push her a little bit farther. She's an extremely generous creator. She allows people to connect in her live streams the same way that we do here in Tuber Chat, and then as well she does the feature channels collaboration. She's got a couple channels going on, including Makeup with Corinne here as well. Let me spin the wheel. I'll get one more channel up. Makeup Mom and Son, I'm going to put you on the wheel in a second. 2 Pineapple, same thing. Thank you for coming in. Junk Bin, you haven't been added to the wheel yet, but thank you for asking. If you don't mind, just please take a moment to read our video description because it describes how everything works. Channels go on the wheel in order based on not only how long they've been here, but how much you interact with other people in the chat. And I have a robot called Bottissimo that keeps track of everybody. When I refresh this page, you'll see that the names will come up in order, and then when I need names for the wheel like I do right now, I will go over there in a few minutes and start adding names from the list. And then yeah, thank you, Corinne's Life, that's okay. So forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. I certainly don't mean to. And then again, I'm just going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we're going to look at Jewel in the kitchen. All right, thank you everybody for that. Skylar TikTok, thank you for coming in. I know we had another channel come in, and I know we missed a quick question there as well. Do you have to be monetized to use the community tab? You do not have to be monetized, but you have to have 1,000 subscribers. And what seems to happen, pardon me while I whip my green screen back into shape here, when you have 1,000 subscribers, approximately 7 days later, YouTube adds your community tab for you. You just wake up one day and it's there. But it takes that long. We did see another channel. Timberwolf Studios, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully our new friends are feeling welcome. We have a lot of new, dynamic creators in the house. Everybody here is willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one, follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. Classy Cookery, good to see you here, but thank you for the time that you've spent. See you soon again, I'm sure. Deborah Finney Spirit Orbs is still hanging out. Baskets is here. You know, Baskets is a creator with 2 channels, and for some reason, when I show that channel, I never show the second one. I gotta start doing that. I will when we look at that channel today. Northern Mustangs had a question. Let me see if I can find it. Explain the benefits of using TubeBuddy. Yes, absolutely. I'm about to say nice broom in the background. Yeah. Yeah, I forget sometimes to whip my green screen in shape. I have a portable green screen here, and I did a review of that on my personal channel if any of you want to see what I'm using. So as well, Jewel in the Kitchen here has 1,920 subscribers. She is officially on the road to 2K. Hopefully we can push her a little bit farther. So I'm just going to let me see if I can show this to you quickly. I always turn TubeBuddy off while I am live streaming because it tends to slow the browser down, just because the computer is doing so much. Sparkles Hope Chest, thank you so much for the super chat. For that reason, we're going to get your channel up next. And let's see what happens now that I've got TubeBuddy on. Let's say, now for instance, I happen to live close to Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. And today I went downtown for a live stream that didn't work out, so I deleted it and everything else. But anyway, let's just say I wanted to go and look for what can I use for a title or tags. I can type this in, and this is just one quick way, but on the front page, I can get a score right here to tell me Niagara Falls downtown, how many people are searching for that, how much competition there is, whether this is a good video to do or not. Now, let's change the title and see if something happens here. We've got a score of 23 out of 100 on, it says it's only a fair video to do, not a great one. Now, if I type in downtown Niagara Falls instead, and refresh, let's see if the score improves or decreases. See that it improved just the slightest bit. Pardon me, you're gonna have to excuse me again for a second. I'll be right back in another minute or two. Oh, pardon me for that. I'm so sorry. I just needed another second. I didn't mean to do that right in the middle of a tutorial. So we're talking about TubeBuddy. And, oh my goodness, we got some more action in the chat. Forgive me, I'm missing stuff here in the chat as well. I don't mean to do that. Timberwolf Studios, thank you for your membership. I appreciate that. For that reason, we're going to get your channel up right after Sparkle's Hope Chest here, as soon as I'm done this quick tutorial. So I just wanted to show you that with the title and get an idea here. It's going to show you some related searches that people are using that are typical in a lot of the best performing videos. And then as well, it gives you suggestions for tags for your video, and these are very important. So it shows you how much volume there is on each tag and this and that. You could just select these things and then copy them to your clipboard on your computer or whatever, and then put them into your tag section and add a lot of that stuff into your title and description as well, as you can imagine. So forgive me for racing through that, but that gives you a tiny bit of an idea of how TubeBuddy can be beneficial. I absolutely use it. It's my #1 tool. I am an affiliate, as you can be too. Anybody can, and this and that. I keep links in every video that I do, so you'll find that everywhere, and I think Stream Elements might be dropping it as well. But I absolutely use it. Now, I use the first paid version of Pro, so they have different levels, and I pay for the first level, let's just say, of Pro. So some of the things I'm showing you may not be included in full in the free version, so you'll have to look at that. But it's great to use even if it's free. I'm just going to show you something else. If you want something free and fast, I even use this when I need to. And this is how I started before I was using TubeBuddy. Rapid tags. If I type in downtown Niagara Falls, this is automatically going to give me a list of tags that I can use for my videos, and you can get inspiration for your title there as well. Let me try just putting Niagara Falls in. Just using that because it's on the front of my mind. I've never seen this thing take so long before, so forgive me for that. Forgive me. Okay, that site's not going to work. Let's get back to YouTube. But rapid tags I use all the time. Might be just some heavy traffic on the internet right now. Or we're going to have an internet problem. What am I doing here? Sparkle's Hope Chest. Thank you so much for your super chat. For that reason, we're just looking at this channel quickly right now. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Sparkle's Hope Chest has been a loyal and dedicated supporter for a little while now to Tuber Chat. Hopefully everybody will rally around this channel and push her a little bit farther. She's got 229 subscribers right now. We want to get her moving a little bit closer to the 300 that she's thinking about. Princess Beyond Passion still in the house. And forgive me, hopefully I haven't missed too much in the chat. I'm sure that I did. My favorite Easter candy, Mr. Fulton Mraz, is those Cadbury mini eggs. But thank you for asking. I love that stuff. I wish I didn't love chocolate as much as I do, but boy, do I ever. Lord Geo, good to see you here. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. Lord Geo, I appreciate your kind words. Thank you so much. Yes, and then, yeah, thank you, Northern Mustangs. I hope that what I'm telling everybody is helpful today. I know I'm really racing through these speeches today, but I'm happy to go through this stuff anytime where possible. It's better to do some of these things at the end of a live stream, but if there's stuff that you want to know, if you want me to do a tutorial, you know, again, it's, you know, I learn from creators of all sizes every single day. You may experiment with these tools and have even better, faster ways of using these things than I do, but what I want to do is show you exactly how I do this, and then you can decide if that's something that's right for you. I do tutorials all the time. You can follow me on my personal channel. You'll find tutorials on how I keep up with the comments, as well as post on Instagram and Twitter. And I'll try to do some more of those things soon enough too. Please forgive me if I've missed anything in the chat. If you mentioned a question or a comment that you wanted me to see, just please mention it again. with 3 thumbs up at the beginning of the message. I'll try to catch it the next time around. Right now we're going to look at Timberwolf Studios. Thank you for coming in. That's a new connection for Tuber Chat, and thank you for your membership. For that reason, whenever you're here, I'm going to put you, I almost clicked on the wrong channel there. Whenever you're here, I'm going to add you to the wheel right away. So thank you for coming in with 59 subscribers. Hopefully we can push this channel a little bit farther, certainly over 60 today, and a little bit closer to the 100 that they are looking for. Now keep in mind, when we look at channels that have less than 100, we know that the algorithm is being hardest on them. So we want to go an extra step. What we can do is put a message on the discussion tab. And there you go. Hopefully you do a better job than I do when you leave comments, but that's something we can do right away. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, so what I'm going to do is take one of your latest videos. I'm going to look for something 10 minutes if you have any. I notice most of your stuff is shorter than that. If you have a longer video, I'll take that. If not, I will take some of your shorter ones. I'll take a few. So I'll take like this 2.5 minute one. I will take this 2.5 minute one and this 2.5 minute one, and I've added those into my watch later list. What that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, in the next 24 hours, I'll go through my watch later list. I'll watch all 3 of those videos in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of at least one of them. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn your notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That will make our connection stick, and then hopefully you're subscribed to Tuber Chat now. I'm sure you are, considering you're a member, but hopefully you have the notification bell on as well, so you don't miss the further live streams. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, but the times change so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. Oh, Sunday's episode. Yes, I gotta figure out what I can do. I forgot about that. Thank you, Sam's Vlogs, Trains, and More. I may have forgotten. I gotta see if I could do something funny for Easter. I wanted to do something for April Fool's Day, but I was afraid I'd upset everybody if I told you Tuber Chat was changing its name or shutting down or something like that. I didn't want that to actually work. I don't know if any of you saw the TubeBuddy thing that they put out. TubeBuddy put out a post for April Fool's Day. I'm not going to ruin it for you, but it was awesome because so many people took it seriously. And I knew as soon as I saw it, I said to a few people, I said, whatever you see today, just remember what day it is, because you could get fooled. There you go. Chocolate covered macadamia nuts. Really? Wow. I love chocolate covered almonds. I used to get in trouble because when I was a kid and we had to sell those things for different sports in school and stuff like that, I ate so many that I ended up owing money by the time it was done. But I've laid off of that stuff a little bit. And then oh, I wonder if I missed something there. Holly's Hobby House was asking Princess Beyond Passions. Oh, my personal channel is Kevin K. Yes, thank you, Holly's Hobby House, for that. If you search Kevin K, I'll be the first one that comes up. But Stream Elements is going to drop my link every once in a while, I don't know, every half hour or so anyway, because I know sometimes people are just curious, who on earth is that? I noticed it one day because I was in an interview with somebody on StreamYard, and creator came into the chat and said, hey, is that Tuber Chat? I'm like, oh, because I don't have my name on the screen anymore. So I started putting that in there, and you'll see that once in a while. But anyway, my name is Kevin, with last name is K-A-Y-E. If you search that, I'm usually first up. And right now we're looking at Scratch and Pete PA. So this is our dedicated moderator. You know, I mention him often with Michael's Adventures. These are 2 of the most supportive creators on all of YouTube. They are separate creators, separate channels, and this and that, but we look at Scratch and Pete PA every day. And like I said, he's a dedicated moderator. And now I'm so happy to see 397 subscribers. So Scratch and PPA is going to hit 400 any moment now. If anybody in the chat hasn't already connected to Scratch and PPA, I mean it when I say this is one of the most supportive creators I have ever met on YouTube. For that reason, was asked to become a moderator on Tuber Chat, and now is a moderator on more channels than I can count, but has built this incredible reputation as a supportive creator. Whenever you hop into a Scratch and PPA premiere, he has more people than you would ever expect for the number of subscribers that he has. It's always a party in his premiere live chats, and he puts out material every Tuesday. He's got a series. It's interactive, and what that means is that if you first of all subscribe to Scratch and PPA here, but then follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and or Facebook, you get a chance to vote in the content of the next week's video. And then as well, Scratch and Pete features creators who are connected with him and he finds very supportive, like a lot of our friends here, Calming Mind Meditation, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More, Just Teresa, Gambler Granny, Life with Adrienne XO, and Unmasked Lifestyle are all friends of Tuber Chat, extremely supportive creators. So you can see what Scratch and PPA is doing over there. Shake and dance with Scratch and Pete, eh? 2 pineapples? Yes, Pete is amazing, so hopefully everybody will connect with them. I saw your video, Sam's Vlogs, Trains and More. I saw it. At first, you tricked me for a second because I saw it and it says rebranding his channel. And because you said it so seriously, I was like, I wonder, I'm kind of on the fence here. Is he joking? And then I figured it must be the, it must be for April Fools. Mr. Fulton Miraz says you left some M&M's cookies in your refrigerator. Very, very good. I don't mind that either. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to stop eating that stuff, but in the meantime, it is delicioso. So thank you for that. Let's spin and see who's coming up next. I will add some names to the wheel in another second. If anybody has the ability to share the stream, whether it's on your community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or any other social network, I will appreciate that greatly. And then if you have the ability to give a thumbs up and you haven't already, please do that as well. I know if you're on a phone, you have to turn the chat off to do it. Even I have to be reminded when I'm on a phone from time to time, but you don't lose your place and it's very quick and it really does help the stream, so I'll appreciate it greatly. JM family, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Norfolk Dashcam is up now. This happens to be a gold member, so they get that guaranteed feature that I talk about all the time with the slides that we see at the beginning, middle, and end of the live streams. And then their link is dropped by Nightbot every 30 minutes or so, as we have seen. Oh, and then, sorry, Spotless Com. Let me, can I just ask, let me, here, I'll tell you what, I'll get it. Forgive me, Norfolk Dashcam, for the self-promotion, but I'm just going to pull it up quickly here. I'm going to just grab the link. My goodness, I can't type. And that's something I say every day as well. So let me drop the link here for you. There's a link for me. Thank you very much for asking. And anybody can connect with me there, of course. I use my channel for variety and experimentation, you know, and things like that, but I do sometimes do tutorials and put them over there. Norfolk Dashcam has 733 subscribers. They've got an exciting video coming out on Monday, which we will raid after Tuber Chat. So they are going to do a monthly compilation. And I'll be looking forward to that myself, as sometimes I watch channels like this. I keep saying it, but I'm happy to have Norfolk Dashcam in our community because now I have somebody I can support who's part of our family. With 733 subscribers, I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards the 800 that they're thinking about. I'm going to get some names for the wheel, but let me spin one more time. I'll get another channel up here, and then we will add the names. Makeup Mom and Son is coming up right now. I didn't add 2 pineapples to the wheel yet. I'm so sorry. I mentioned I was going to do it when you first came in. Makeup Mom and Son, let's get you onto the screen. This is an extremely generous and loyal and dedicated supporter, of course. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen like this when we do this in Tuber Chat is because as time goes on, I get to know the channels a little bit better, hopefully the creators behind the channels as well, so that every time your channel comes up on the screen, hopefully I can do a little bit better of a job of promoting you by showing everybody how much of a loyal and dedicated supporter you are. For those of you who've been to Tuber Chat many times before, sometimes you see some of the same channels coming up, sometimes you see a lot of the same channels coming up, because these are extremely loyal and dedicated supporters. And that's Makeup Mom and Son with 398 subscribers. She's tied with Scratch and Pete there, so hopefully we're going to get Makeup Mom and Son over the 400 as well. If anybody hasn't already connected with her, I hope that you will. We'll get her past the 400 with a few extras so she can keep it nice and locked in. Thank you to Pineapples for keeping the music going while I spin the wheel, by the way. And then Greenwell Fishing has been doing everything on a phone but now has a laptop. Yeah, it makes a big difference. So I prefer to work on a computer when possible. And then yes, Northern Mustangs, TubeBuddy is free. So what happens is, like, anybody can become an affiliate, right? So I always put a link in every video that I do. So if you go in a Tuber Chat description, you'll find the link to TubeBuddy. What happens then, you don't have to buy it, you could just use the free version. What happens then later, you can become an affiliate and you can put your link in your videos and this and that. If somebody happens to upgrade later on, you end up getting a small commission for that. And it makes a big difference when we talk about monetizing our channels. There's a lot of ways to monetize. It doesn't just have to be AdSense. There's, Super Chats, memberships, there's Amazon Associates, there's other affiliate programs like that. There's TubeBuddy and lots of other programs around those parameters as well, meaning that sometimes companies will give you either benefits towards their products and services online, or like StreamYard does it, Streamlabs even does it, where people can buy your Streamlabs subscription for you, or you can get affiliate money in different ways and stuff like this. So it's stuff to think about anyway. But TubeBuddy, the link is there if you don't mind. If it helps, if you're going to try it out, to go and hit it from that link, of course, for me, and then you become an affiliate and then you do the same thing for you, and everybody can do that. Eventually I hope to do tutorials about that as well and show everybody the benefits behind these affiliate programs, because that can make a big difference as well. One of the channels that I run was getting pretty close, between $500 and $1,000 a month a few months ago in just Amazon associate money. So you can imagine this guy's bought everything under the sun basically for free now, because the Amazon associate money has come in and paid for it all. And you're really only getting 1, 2, 3, or 4% on most things. So it's interesting how much volume goes through there. This is JetLife777, 471 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push this channel a little bit farther as well. They're officially on the road to 500 and getting close, and they will be halfway towards the 1,000. That's a magical part of all of our lives. JM family, we always, the wheel is always done by, in order, by this robot here, Bautissimo. It keeps track of how active everybody's been as well as how long you're here. So when it's your turn, I'll certainly be happy to put you on the wheel. But we don't do a lot of self-promotion here, so I try to get everybody to avoid asking. I know you've been here many times before, so we'll be able to get you up absolutely when it's your turn. I'm going to get some names onto the wheel right now, as a matter of fact. Let me see what I can do about that. And then, yeah, Sam's Vlogs Trains More uses the free version of TubeBuddy. There's a lot of great free tools out there. And a lot of times when you connect with one of these things, they'll end up giving you offers later to give you a better deal on the price when it comes to upgrading and this and that. That's the reason why I upgraded my TubeBuddy. I have it on my personal channel and on Tuber Chat. Let's get some names onto the wheel here. Princess Beyond Passions is coming up. Is Sergeant Life still with us? I'm going to have to refresh my page and see if it is. Let's spin. We'll get another channel. Princess Beyond Passions is on there now. I'll get a few more channels I just want to make sure that they're here, right? So we're spending time on channels that are still with us. I know that not everybody can spend 2 to 2.5 hours on a live stream just because it's convenient for me to stream at this time, and I appreciate every moment that everybody spends here on Tuber Chat. But when it comes to the wheel, we want to make sure that we're focusing on channels that are here with us. So Mr. Fulton Mraz is a generous creator who always shares for us. He's been with us since the beginning and connected to me for probably a year, much longer than Tuber Chat's been here. And yeah, hopefully other than that, everybody's doing okay. And like I said, Mr. Fulton Mraz, 1900. He's officially on the road to 2K and moving along nicely. Hopefully we can push him a little bit closer. Oh yeah, Kitty Mom Adventures. One thing to be mindful of, you know, here in Tuber Chat, I'm focusing very much on relationships, right? And people connecting with each other for the